freaking North Dakota. How are you guys tonight? No horns? More than that. Or you can go like that. So I was told I cannot drop the mic because it's $300, but I really know that. So tonight I'm going to talk about 3 simple phrases, very simple, that will transform any culture. Companies last year in North America spent about $20 billion trying to figure out how to transform their culture when it's so simple. Good morning. Let's start with good morning. It tells your employees that they matter, okay? The first thing you do when you go into work, okay? You probably sit down at your computer, check emails. Maybe in 2 hours into your day, you go talk to your team. No. The first thing you do before you do anything else, you go to where your team is. You come up to them and you say, good morning. And that ensures you are personally engaged with each one of your team members. It starts with personal engagement. It demands that you focus on the person first and the employee second. Think about that. Person first, employee second. People work because they need to live. They don't live to work. We all do different things outside of work, which is much more important. Thank you is the second phrase. You have to catch your team doing the right things. If it's as simple as wearing their safety glasses, if you're in manufacturing, safety shoes, picking up trash, find a specific reason to tell each one of your employees thank you every day. Why? Because that tells them that they matter, okay? When you say thank you, you're making them part ownership of the company because it means so much when you go up to somebody and just say, thank you for doing that, and be genuine when you're doing that. Waiting for the slider. Good evening. Third phrase. Like they said, this is not easy, and I'm not a professional. So, good evening. Always remember, I said it before, that your team are people first and employees second. Okay, I do play in a metal band. Music's my passion, believe it or not. What I do, it's how I make money. Good evening means have a great night. Do you have any big plans for the weekend? Your daughter's playing ball tonight, correct? These are examples of how good evening shows you care about your employees beyond their work contribution. When Monday rolls around, ask them how their weekend was. When you ask a question to your employees, it's a simple process to go through. You ask, you listen, you remember, and then you repeat. And that's the process you have to go through. When somebody tells you about what they're going to do, you have to remember that. And then you have to ask them about that. Why does it matter? What's the number one reason people leave companies? Because of their manager, right? It's not money. It's because they're direct manager. Total compensation very much includes your culture. When people think money, you can always go and make a few thousand more somewhere else. But it's the culture that keeps people there. Separate yourself from your competition by having a people-first culture. So why is this so hard? Your team must not only believe in it, they must live it. Everybody. You have to live a people-first culture to make that work. You have to hire people based on this. The three phrases that I talked about, good morning, thank you, good evening, very simple, but there's a lot to that. You have to hire people that will flourish in that culture. You have to constantly train and reinforce these 3 phrases. Everybody in your organization, I'm an operations guy, okay? Manufacturing, in my blood, done it my whole life, okay? We are some of the hardest people to teach this. You guys know that, right? You're in any operations manufacturing leaders out there? Okay, all right. You know we're tough, okay? A people-first culture is not sustainable only as a priority. It must be a value. Big difference. Priorities change based on whatever. If it's a value, it never changes. So if your company's bottom line are products, probably some, services, ideas, consulting, whatever it is, okay? You're wanting to make money, okay? But the only way you can consistently achieve your goals if your people are the bottom line. It's not money. It's not being the best in whatever you're doing. The only way you can do that is if your people are truly the bottom line, and you make that happen. Do you guys have what it takes? I heard a hell yeah. Anybody else? Do you have guys have what it takes? Okay. Well, thank you guys very, very much. I need some horns. No, I'm not an NDSU fan. I'm sorry. Well, I'm from Virginia, so I mean.
Wrong room for that. Wrong room for that, Neal. Let's give it up for Neal, you guys. Let's give it up for him.